welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Blame It on George video. And I know that these videos are pretty popular, for reactions at least for me. Like all of my reactions have or most of them have a pretty good amount of views, so might as well do some more if you guys like it, right? So, it's pretty slow and laggy. What else is new? Ignore anything you might hear in the background. It's downstairs, but I can still hear freaking clear as day up here. So 10 bizarre and creepy public access shows. So I'm pretty sure I've seen something like this before. Creepy public access shows. It's about 15 minutes long. There are other videos that people have suggested. They're just super long. So I'm taking my time to get to those because they're just super long. And I need to make sure I have not time, I have time, but it's just where I can actually mentally focus myself for an hour on a video. Because even 10, 15 minutes recently I'm kind of having trouble focusing, so. Anyway guys, let's just have a good volume on this so you guys don't hear what's going on downstairs, and let's go. Disturbing or offensive? I don't think I've seen this before, saying it's disturbing
Between
or offensive.
1969 and 1971, the FCC created public access television, a form of media where the general public can create their own television programming, which can be played on local TV.
Wow.
Before YouTube, if you wanted to make strange videos, this is where you go. And strange videos there were. Sometimes I like to call public access the deep web of television because of all the strange shit that's there. So I decided to gather some of them to show you guys.
So
this
public, so basically people create whatever they want.
Public access shows.
I see. This ought to be interesting, actually. I wasn't too sure what I meant by public access shows, but now I know, so this ought to be a good video, actually. Normally I'm not too into Blame It on George videos, but this one seems like it'll be
Sister
good.
Who presents. Meet Sister Who, a spiritual nun who hosts her own show about helping people grow spiritually and personally, and develop a positive attitude toward discovery, diversity, and constructive change.
That was just creepy,
That
not
is,
gonna lie.
according to her website. In it, it describes his show as an ongoing series that discusses about issues that relate to spirituality in some way. Sister Who means really well, surely, but he's just so damn creepy.
Right?
As all public access shows, production value isn't that great, and the intro is really strange. It drags out for quite a while, and there are signs that show random words for no reason. Or maybe a reason that I'm just not seeing. Really, it's all just religious talk, which is fine. But Sister Who himself steals the show.
Himself?
And all 386 episodes, apparently, the newest one being 5 months ago. This is something that I wouldn't want to see when I'm up late at night trying to find something new to watch.
Right? Same. Oh, that's it? Okay. Yeah, that's creepy. I wouldn't watch that either, to be honest. That's kind of creepy. But Sister and it's a guy? The Great Satan at Large.
If you're deeply religious, or if you feel like mentioning God in a negative manner is a bad omen, then I suggest you skip this and go to the next list item. The Great Satan at Large was a public access show that premiered in Tucson, Arizona on Channel 49 in the year 1993. It aired at 6 p.m. on Sunday night on a mostly Christian channel, and for 40 minutes or so, they showed scenes of explicit violence, sexuality, at least in the back of, Satan's green screen, and Satan calling God many vulgarities. And on top of that, at the end of the show, there was a masturbating Hail Satan jester. I am not kidding you. As you can see, this did not hold well with many of the Christians of Tucson, and after the hour it premiered, the channel owner was charged with indecent obscenity, which was a charge that could have held him in jail for over 40 years.
Oh shit,
He
really?
ran for the feds up until 2006, where he contracted a deadly flesh-eating bacteria, which led to his death. Now, when you watch the original haunting footage, it adds this weird, uneasy, eerie feeling. The only thing I can say is that watching the show is like sitting next to a emotionally unstable person at a bar. It feels like someone's gonna fly off the handle and hurt someone at any minute. And judging by the content that you see, that's not a far stretch.
Just so creepy, it's so blurry too. Who the fuck would want to watch that? It's just so blurry, out of focus, it's just not good quality. I don't want to watch that. It doesn't seem interesting.
The Church of Shooting Yourself.
Pardon
me? The
me?
name alone grants it a spot on this list. The Church of Shooting Yourself. A plus for the opening.
What does that even mean?
The entire
Like
show is
church?
just some guy going about on the streets of Manhattan and rambling about whatever he feels like.
You mean
But
the
when the
water?
show gets darker and quieter, that's when it really sets off an uneasy vibe. When he's staring into the camera, talking to you. I mean, doesn't this look like something that you shouldn't be seeing? Something being withheld from,
Looks like he's
I
possessed.
don't know, the government or something? The show actually captures some pretty graphic imagery, and unlike others on this list, there's not that many episodes, so there's not much to say. It's just so unusual that, out of all people, this guy wanted to share his thoughts and put it on public TV.
Like, what's that even about? What the hell is the point of that? Like, what's the point? I don't understand.
Animal Trash. Animal Trash is one of those shows that feels like it was from the early 2000s adult television era. And the newest link I found on the show was a Twitter account with only 3 posts on it. The final post of the trio had a link to a short video or some sort of update to the show.
Check it
Animal
out.
Trash itself is rather odd. Have you ever felt weirded out by an early skit from Jim Henson's Puppets? Or have you ever been unnerved by the heavily atmospheric and darker tone of The Dark Crystal? Well, this is a group of puppets who in their first episode end up killing one of their friends.
I was talking about what happened to Waldo!
Oh shit. That's lovely, I guess.
Oh, yeah, hey, wait a minute. Why wasn't I thinking of that?
And using practical effects along with cheap yet creepy puppet designs, they go through adult-themed adventures which can get rather gory and unusually sexual for a show that looks like this.
For a show that looks like it's for
I'll blow
kids.
up that. Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger.
Is he masturbating in the background?
Eat that cheeseburger.
Oh god, what the hell?
What are you guys talking about? Remember us!
Little is known about the program, and no matter how hard we dug, it just leaves itself as a strange, yet entertaining public access show.
Yeah. Anything dirty will just make it more entertaining, to be honest. Like anything sexual or dirty.
Joy Junction. I've said this before, but there's something about puppets that are just eternally creepy.
I hate
Especially
puppets.
if it's from something as low budget as public access. Anyways, Ron and Marty was a Christian show featuring a ventriloquist and his puppet talking about teachings by the Bible and the Word of the Lord. Ron himself would often drive children to the church and perform his puppet shows live for his congregation. What makes the show creepy is the puppet Marty. He looks terrifying and really disturbing.
Well, they said, Marty, come over here and take a look at our pictures. So I walked on over
This
there.
looks like
and
a
I
fake
took
boy,
look.
which is just creepy. Like, it's just those faked eyes
You
are
know
just
what
like...
it was? What was it, Marty? Well, it was in Arizona, I'll tell you that right now.
What the fuck's
What
that
makes the
phone number
show
right there?
especially creepy is the ventriloquist Ron. I mean, he looks like a normal dude, right? While he worked hard with his church during the day, at night, his true side came out. You see, Ron would openly talk online about how he wanted to kidnap, rape, and cook the body parts of children. He would
Pardon me?
gruesomely go into detail about how he would commit his actions, targeting children as young as 2 years old. Ron was charged in 2013 for possessing
What?
child pornography and even conspiring to kidnap a child. It really makes you take a second look at Joy Junction differently.
Well, yeah, no fucking shit. Oh no, I'm not watching that no more. I wasn't gonna watch it anyways, but I'm not watching that now.
Goth Public Access. Goth
Fuck.
Public Access truly is the definition of an internet ghost story. Little to no information is known about the show. In fact, very
I
few
feel
clips of
sus.
it even exist. The Know Your Meme page is blank and only contains the video you're seeing now. As for the show itself, according to Crack.com, there is some kid named Saul who is bullied by 5 kids. He begged his parents to switch schools, but they couldn't. Instead, they made a show on public access. In this clip, he begins to do some sort of card trick. before the show cuts to him reading off a morbid poem. When he pauses, an older woman comments, "Is that it?" To which he responds, rather awkwardly, mind you, "No, there is a pause." It really adds to the cheap, on-the-go feeling the show has. And while watching it, don't be surprised if you get a few chills.
That just seemed awkward. Like the girl smiling too is like, oh, that is so creepy too. They got creepy.
Miss Mouth.
Oh god.
In the 1980s and 90s, Miss Mouth was a show
What
on
the
public
fuck
access
is that?
television and was one of the most popular shows on there. The host of the show was a man's chin upside down with drawn-on facial features, eyes on the bottom of his chin, and a wig around his neck.
Oh my god.
Miss Mouth would often call people, give her opinion on things like toys and giving birth, and end her episodes with being fed strange substances by her assistants. The last video on her channel was 8 years ago.
Get in there. What the fuck's the point of that? What the fuck was the point of that? What?
Wild Record Collection.
Oh my god.
This show seems to have no real target audience, and to understand this, you have to boil it down to its basic essence. Wild Record Collection is about featuring album covers from various music genres. Vinyl records, by this time, have been dead for a long time. So, the fact that they decided to incorporate puppets makes it feel like a children's broadcast. Despite the only people this might appeal to are collectors themselves. On top of that, one of the authors of the show was known as Anonymous Boy, and made queercore films such as Green Pubes. The history behind Anonymous Boy is much more entertaining than this. But what makes the show weird and generally uncomfortable to watch is how the audio just randomly cuts out, and how it's clearly just one dude talking to himself, and the shoddy nature that it was produced under.
Why? Like some of these are a lot. Most of these are just stupid and pointless.
Stairway to Stardom. In New York, there was a show called Stairway to Stardom, which was the American's Idol of public access. It was described as, quote-unquote, an amateur talent show many see as a low-rent precursor to American Idol.
Yeah, that was creepy as fuck.
It was extremely low budget, and there was no prize other than being on television. The host, Frank Nasi, would feature amateur singers, dancers, magicians, rappers, comedians, and such, to show off their talents. Their talents have not been seen in decades and remained somewhat obscure until recently, when 16 full-length half-hour episodes have resurfaced onto YouTube by a superfan named Mitch Friedman. The show surprisingly lasted for 13 years and gained a cult following for attracting so many oddballs.
Wow.
And eventually, the cost of Stairway to Stardom was too much for Massey, and the show finally closed in 1992. Keep in mind that this was before the internet, before YouTube, before Patreon.
Yikes.
So, good work on you, Frank.
Damn, I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, cool, I guess. It's kind of like an America's Got Talent, just very low budget, I guess. Okay, cool. I guess that's the only normal one here.
With the sweeties.
Oh, God.
I don't want to seem prude here.
Oh, fuck, that's creepy as fuck.
The point is not to look at something and say, this is absurd and should be banned. However, this show is, honest to God, the most uncomfortable thing I had to sit through. The show seems to be about an older man with buck teeth in a green mask and a woman in a lemon-colored mask. Each of them are wearing eyeglasses. I've only seen one episode, and it was enough to make me physically squirm in my seat. The episode begins with the buck-toothed man looking at a sexually suggestive magazine. Then it fades to a woman in a yellow mask, much like the wife.
Wait, she's ready.
She is moaning and talking about a strange story.
Yep, she's ready, alright.
You know, I went to the stores today, but I didn't have any money. But nobody seemed to mind.
Oh, fuck, that is so creepy. What the fuck is this?
As she goes on, she spanks herself, constantly shifting her position into other sexually suggestive poses, and moans. It's almost as though she has a severe case of ADHD along with nymphomania. Eventually,
Or she's just
back to
horny.
him getting scolded by another female in a yellow gimp mask, accusing him of being in a private moment.
Oh god.
Sweetie,
Yeah, sweetie, what? Well, I was just,
you were having some type of a private moment. What was going on?
She was
sweetie,
reading.
I'm sorry, I was just looking at this 3D, Jane Mansfield. I didn't realize.
Is that all you
At the
were
time, sweetie, I didn't,
The show leaves me greatly disturbed, and the only thing I could find on it was a few WordPress articles and a limited number of videos,
I don't
which
know
only
what's
leads
going
me
on.
to believe they have not moved on to any better works.
Well, clearly not. Like, I just don't even... Oh, by the way, is it Blame It on Jorge or Blame It on George? Because, yeah, I know it says J, it doesn't say... I don't know. I don't know whether to call it Blame It on George or Blame It on Jorge or Jorge. It sounds like I'm calling him a whore. Sorry. But yeah, anything like that I would not watch just because that looks just creepy and sus. Like that. A lot of them felt like they had no like meaning behind them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at least, other shows are like funny or a comedy or they actually have like a plot to it, a meaning to it. Like, I don't know, like a normal Disney show, like a comedy show, like an actual show. These are just a great, like, random, especially that last one, number 1. That was definitely the most creepy one. The one with the puppets where the guy was like masturbating or some shit. Again, anything sexual just makes any conversation or any show better. To be honest, just making it all sexual and just about sex and shit, like, it just makes it more entertaining. Because like let's all agree. Let's all agree that talking about anything sexual just makes conversations more entertaining. It's just the way it is. I'm not a hoe. Well, I kind of no. Anyways, it just makes it better. Okay. But yeah, let me know if you guys would watch any of those, because I likely would not. I would just look at that and be like, what the fuck am I watching right now? Like, what? Like, why? What is this? Why? Why am I watching this? What is this? Why does this exist? Like, why? Anyways, with that being said, that is going to be the end of this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like. Be sure to comment down below your thoughts. Would you let me know, or let me know if you guys would watch this or not? Like, watch a full episode of any of these, because I would not. I'd probably watch a minute and be like, no, I'm done. I'm just going to watch Stranger Things, a normal fucking TV show. Or Riverdale. I have not watched Riverdale in a while. I'm behind on that shit. Anyways. Please consider subscribing as well if you guys did enjoy this video. And if you guys do enjoy my content, then be sure to subscribe and comment. Turn on post notifications, that's what I was going to say. Turn on post notifications if you haven't done so already as well. I know that I think just under 80% of you guys are not subscribed, so if you guys would please subscribe, that would mean a lot to me. I'm currently almost at 4,000 subs, so that's really awesome, and I really hope we can get there soon. My ultimate goal is 100k. I'm not planning on getting there anytime soon or ever, but, one at a time, right? I'm getting to 4,000, then I'm only 96,000 away. We can do it. But yeah, with all that being said, that is the end of this video. If you guys enjoy it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another Dharma video. Or with, I'll see you guys in a bit with probably another suggestion video. And yeah, this was a suggestion video. I forgot to say who suggested it, but I'll put it in the beginning. But yeah, I forgot to mention it was a suggestion video. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Deuces. Peace. Bye.